Hi, I'm Faith Adiele, and I'm one of the core faculty members. And I'd like to talk a little bit about community. So I've been with VONA off and on for 14 years. I've seen it go through good and bad times, and there's a reason I stay. When I first started teaching memoir back in 2007, it was transformative for me as both a teacher and a writer. For one, I didn't have VONA when I was starting out. In fact, I was often the only person of color and the only nonfiction writer in my classes and workshops, and it was hard. So when I finally found out about the VONA family, I was determined to provide my students with what I never got, a space that was both emotionally safe and artistically rigorous. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I could bring my whole activist, artist, Black, brown, strong, vulnerable self into the classroom. And it works. The VONA magic is real. Every summer, I see my workshop participants transform. They find their voices, they find their people, they create family and community that stays in touch for years. The faculty and the student readings are the most affirmative performances I've ever seen. It's beautiful and it's healing. And frankly, it keeps me going the rest of the year. In 2014, Elmaz had the vision of moving beyond the traditional genres, and she invited me to design and teach a travel writing workshop. And that workshop, which is now known as Traveling While BIPOC, was the first workshop in the nation for travel writers of color. And because travel writing and publishing is so segregated, I knew I had to create community, like a culture to support what we were trying to do. So I invited BIPOC travel professionals to guest speak in the workshop. And these folks have continued to support VONA graduates' work and vice versa. I also invited travel media to commit to working with our graduates. And so we have publishing partnerships that include an ongoing column in Panorama and The Rumpus, a special issue of Away magazine, essays in Off Assignment Journal. The podcasts Ethical Traveler and There She Goes have done special episodes with VONA graduates reading, telling stories, being interviewed. The weekday Wanderlust reading series held a special VONA travel writer event, which I got to do the introduction and the MC, and regulars said it was the best one they'd ever had. So in 7 years, graduates from just this one workshop have produced any number of things. We have a travel show on PBS, now going into its second season, numerous articles, talks, and courses for Atlas Obscura on decolonizing travel culture, an award-winning guide on mindful travel, and nearly 100 articles. VONA graduates present at conferences together, they publish each other's work, they organize readings together, they teach each other's work, the list goes on. Together, VONA really is changing the literary landscape, and I'm so honored to still be a part of it. And I'm super excited to welcome a new director who's a VONA alum and part of my community. It's a beautiful moment, come full circle. Have a lovely evening.